Hello, people of YouTube. I am David, and our cameraman is Andrew.
What's up?
With a gay bowl cut.
Delicious.
Today right now we'll be reviewing my deck, and I'll show you the cards. These are tokens. These don't really count because they're tokens.
Show them those because they don't count because they're fluff balls of fluffiness
and evil.
He's got like 7 Kuribohs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Kuribohs. Tokens. Because
yep.
he kind of has a token deck.
Because this is my Kuriboh deck. The stats are over there for my deck.
Okay. He has, in this deck, which tokens not included, he has 53 cards. 52 cards. 33 monsters right there in that giant stack. Hey. He's got 7 traps, and he's got 12 spell cards. Yeah.
Now, first of all, ladies, ladies, yes, only ladies. Men can go.
Because men aren't going to be watching this video. Right?
Because I will be showing you my monsters.
Yep, and from, so to speak, weakest to strongest, just all depends.
Sort of. If we went by original attack. But if their attack would be the same, I'd go by stars. The only reason why I put Chaos Necromancer in front, because I like him better. But first of all, we got Chaos Necromancer. Honestly, I think the most powerful monster in my deck. 0 attack, 0 defense. He's 1 star, so Burden of the Mighty ain't gonna work that well on him at all. especially if I have all these in the grave.
Yep. Tell him its effect.
The attack of this card is the number of monsters in your graveyard times 300.
So if he's got that in his graveyard, which is 31 cards?
32.
No, yeah, 32 cards, and then he's got this one last card, and I'm pawning it, so to speak. And he puts this card on the field. It has 0 attack and 0 defense and 1 star. So, it seemed to be a noob, but it's a fact. That is 32 times 3. That is 96. Yeah. So, it would have 9,600 attack. So, you would die. I mean, unless you had, like, Zagaretsu armor or something like that.
That's why there's Heavy Storm.
Heck yeah.
Actually, my Heavy Storm is missing.
Oh. Well, anyways.
Either way, that's a lot.
Yeah. 9,600, you're going to get pwned, because you only start off with 8,000, so unless you can block it, you're basically effed. Alright, next monster.
Battle Fader. Now, this guy's shit. Battle Fader, 1 star, he's a dark monster and he's Fiend. When your opponent declares an attack, you can special summon this card from your hand, then end the battle phase. If this card is special summoned by this effect, banish it when it leaves the field. Banish is another way to say remove from play.
So new way to say it.
It's actually an old way.
Oh, yeah.
It used to be banished, then removed.
No, it's whatever.
But I like remove from play better. But, if you're getting attacked directly, and you have this card in your hand, you're like, objection! And, yeah, the battle phase is over, and then you can tribute him next turn for, I don't know...
A better card.
Muka Muka.
What a waste. You can't tribute him for that. But anyways, alright, next card.
Snowman Eater. This punk bit. Snowman Eater, 3 stars, he's a water, and he's so pretty. He just makes you want to jizz in your pants. He's an aqua with effect. When this card is flipped face-up, target 1 face-up monster in the field and destroy that target. He has 0 attack, but yet his defense is 1900, so it's pretty good if he gets attacked.
And it has a great flip effect.
Yeah. And then here's Wing Kuriboh level 9, one of my many Kuriboh cards.
Yeah, fluffy.
The only reason why I have him in the 0 area is because...
That's where it belongs, the fluffy sack of crap.
Is because
wings.
Because he has a question mark. And according to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Rulebook, if a card has a question mark attack and defense, that means its original attack and defense is 0.
Yep, so that's indicating that those cards are false.
Wing Kuriboh level 9. It's a light monster with... What? With 4... What, 9 stars? Why did I even count when it said level 9?
Yeah,
we got a blooper right there?
I forgot about that.
I know. That's 9 stars. How many cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Can you say has 9 stars?
A lot. But then again, not too many.
It's a first edition card. It's a fairy. How the fuck is this a fairy? It's a fairy.
It's like, looks like a piece of
shit.
Somewhat. It looks kind of like...
It looks like a grape with claws. Giant
It looks
claws.
like a Kuriboh, dude.
Oh my god.
Dude.
You know what? Instead of having it called Fairy, it should just be called Kuriboh.
Yep, that should be its name. Alright.
During either player's turn, as chain link 3 or higher, you know what chains are, ladies and gentlemen. Like, I activate this, they activate Dark Bribe, then I activate Dark Bribe on their Dark Bribe. Then
Just for example.
Then I get to summon this.
Yeah, so it's a cool card.
You can special summon this card from your hand. Spell cards that have been activated are banished instead of being sent to the graveyard. The attack and defense of this card are equal to the number of spell cards in your opponent's graveyard times 500. You can only control one face-up level 9 Kuriboh. See, it's taken me a while to read this because it's a fucking paragraph.
Look at that. You got freaking like something you had for a school thing or some crap.
I know.
Report on...
Heroic Challenger Swordman, level 4 Earth, he's 0 attack, 2 defense. If a heroic, during either player's turn, if you control a face-up heroic monster, you can send this card to from your hand to the graveyard. For the rest of this turn, take no battle damage involving heroic monsters, and they cannot be destroyed by battle. If I have like a heroic challenger monster on the field, if they would be destroyed, I could just send him to the graveyard, and they cannot be destroyed for the turn.
Do you have any of those in your deck?
I got Warhammer.
Okay.
Oh, let me get to him. Raging Flame Sprite. I used to call it Spirit, but Sprite.
I corrected him.
It's Flame Monster, three stars.
Yeah, you go to the report.
I know. But it's a Pyro. This card can attack your opponent directly. If this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent by a direct attack, it gains 1,000 attack points. It's like Drill Barnacle, but better because it's a woman, and you can actually do it.
Disagree. Drill Barnacle. His most powerful card, other than Kuriboh, it is a whopping level 1 star. It is the best artistic drawing ever in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Look at how powerful attack, 150. Its defense, though, 2,050 for a 1-star. That is great.
That rabbit's got a sweet tooth.
Yeah, really.
And then here we go. Oh, the king of my deck.
Even more powerful.
The king of my deck, Kuriboh.
Yeah, that's his most powerful card.
Dark Monster, 1 star. He's a fiend. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, he's for free.
And if you don't know about Kuriboh, he'll show you in a bit why he has this little level 1 fluff monsters and those tokens and whatnot in his deck. Because of some spell cards he has, which we'll show you in a bit.
During your opponent's battle phase, you can discard this to reduce the battle damage inflicted to your life points to 0.
So that's got a good effect.
It's the monster of my deck, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
And then here's this.
He gained wings. What the? Wasn't he just over there?
Winged Kuriboh. He's a light monster. This is a dark. This one's a fairy. This one's a fiend.
That one went to hell. That one went to heaven.
But we obviously know this one's better, so let's continue on this one. But still, this is decent for being in the gay GX era. When this card is on the field, destroyed and sent to the graveyard, its effect activates. After activation during this turn, any battle damage that the controller of this card takes becomes 0. So if, like, let's say Ancient Gear Golem attacks it and it's sent to the graveyard, I lose no life points and Ancient Gear Golem can go fuck itself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it can, but I don't know if it's used. And this is our card right here.
This is our boy. This is our child that we made.
No.
Yeah. Let's just continue.
Yeah.
Card Trooper, Earth, level 3, he's a robot. We like robots, Star Wars, whatnot.
I am a robot.
Once per
I'm
turn,
a really big nerd.
once per turn, you can choose a number from 1 to 3. Oh my god, kids, if you don't know what 1 to 3 is...
I can't count that far. What comes after 7? 2? Close enough.
If you don't know what 1 to 3 is, you need to go to school.
Back to kindergarten.
Then why are you even playing this game if you don't know what 1 to 3 is when we're dealing with cards that say 400 and...
Yeah. You know, I mean, instead of watching this, watch the show. It might help you.
No, it won't. The show's way off. Send that many cards to the top of your deck to the graveyard. This card gains 500 attack for each card sent to the graveyard this way, until the end phase, though. When this card you control is destroyed and sent to your graveyard, draw 1 card. And there's 2 of them, so...
Ownage, basically. Well, alright.
Shine Knight. I only got this card in my deck because of the defense. It's a light, 3 stars, it's a warrior. This card is level 4 while face-up defense position.
It will be good in the next deck we will show you, as it is a warrior. Now, if you don't know this card, well,
You're
yeah,
gay.
yeah. Well, no, not necessarily, but
This is a pretty old card. It's one of the first to ever come out.
yeah, I mean, it's got a legit effect, and I mean, it's just epic.
This was like the card you had when Yu-Gi-Oh! First came out. When you had this card, you were unstoppable. Man-Eater Bug. Earth, 2 stars. He's an insect.
I mean,
When he's flipped, destroy one monster on the field, regardless of position. With 450. Back in the day, 450 was so common.
it was kind of a new, but back in the day when they first started, they didn't have it all down right. I mean,
This is one of a 2-card combo I have to eat your deck alive. Morphing Jar. It's a rock, 2 stars, Earth. When it's flipped, both players discard all cards in their hands, then draw 5 cards. So let's say you have like 20 cards in your hand. When this card's flipped, send those all to the graveyard. Do you draw 20? No. You draw,
the
well,
5, he says.
yeah, the 5.
Well,
Muka Muka, another classic card I really didn't care for back in the day. The only reason why I have him is because...
Actually, he was my favorite card. Him and Chaos Sorcerer were my favorite cards as a child.
I don't know why I have him in my deck. But he's in my deck. He's Earth, level 2, he's a rock. This card gains 300 attack and defense for each card in your hand, which is really good because at one point when I was dueling earlier, I had 11 cards in my hand.
He would have raped some serious, stuff.
Wu-Tang.
As in other Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Stealth Bird, level 3, dark. Once per turn, you can change this card to face down defense position. When this card is flip summoned, inflict 1,000 damage to your opponent. This is good for burn deck.
Yeah, he got me with it quite a bit.
700 attack, 1,700 defense. I didn't beat him by life points with this card, but because I made him deck out because of my jars.
Yeah, he
but it
beat me with this, and I mean, it helped. I mean, it prolonged the inevitable.
Yeah.
But look at the. I mean, it looks like a light monster, but then up here it's like bam, dark monster. So it's kind of weird.
Bam, you're gay.
Shut up.
Yeah. Mystical Elf.
Yeah, another one you should likely know if you're watching.
It's one of the first cards to ever come out. It's light, 4-star.
Look at that defense.
Spellcaster, 800 attack, 2,000 defense. Back in the day, 2,000 defense was pretty high because monsters with 5 stars would have 1,600 attack.
Higher than pot.
Yeah. And then here we go, the troll on my deck. He's literally laughing right at you. He's banned.
Banned.
But yet,
we don't give a.
every time I use him, I can't lose a duel.
Yeah.
Cyber
I think I
Jar.
beat him once when he used it.
I don't remember.
Whatever.
Cyber Jar, he's a dark level 3. Now this is a paragraph. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but he has 900 attack, 900 defense.
Basically, tell him what it does.
When he's flipped, you destroy all monsters on the field. Then you reveal the top 5 cards on your deck. All level 4 or lower, you can put them in any position you want, face up, face down, whatever. And all level 5 or higher, or spell or trap cards, go in your hand.
Mm-hmm.
This guy's a troll, and he's just...
That's why he's banned. I mean, he's banned for a reason, but we don't give a crap, okay? Because we're bad.
Because he's a dick. He's just a dick. And then here's my wall of defense. This card has saved me from so many losses. It's hilarious. Light Ray Medor, light, level 6. He's a spellcaster. All the other Medors would be water monsters, but this guy's a spellcaster and he's a light.
Yeah, for some reason.
If you have 3 or more light monsters that are banished, you can search to summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, this card cannot be destroyed by battle. You would think about it like, okay, yeah, once per turn it cannot be destroyed by battle, but it got 3,000 defense. So you're thinking once per turn, it's unbeatable, basically.
Yeah.
So yeah, 1,200 attack, 3,000 defense.
It's hard to get rid of. I have difficulty getting rid of it, especially because he doesn't choose to attack with it when he plays with it. Because, well, it is the brightest thing to do due to my deck, which if you haven't seen yet, go back to the video, and you see why. My trap cards couldn't. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, it's a good card. He has a lot of defense position monsters in his deck. Well, not necessarily defense position monsters, but high defense from point monsters, and which, you know, he prolongs, and eventually he'll attack you with his other monsters that are attack monsters.
And Mirror Force wouldn't work on him because he's in defense mode.
Shut up.
Chronomaly Mayan Machine.
Have you ever used that already? I don't think so.
I've used it once, sir.
I've never seen it.
But the only reason why this card is in my deck, because its effect is this card can be treated as 2 tributes for a tribute summon of a machine type. So you tribute this card, you get to bring out Ancient Gear Golem.
Yeah.
1,500 attack, 700 defense. That's the only reason why I got it in this deck. and I've only used that strategy 3 times. That's it.
I mean, from what I've seen of David's deck, it somehow it's a good deck. It's very inconsistent. I mean, you got Kuribohs here, you got machines here, you got, it's bouncing all over the place. But for some reason, this 52 card deck somehow comes together as a team and does pretty good. I mean,
it's like Yu-Gi-Oh! It's like Yu-Gi-Oh! 79 card deck.
Yeah, is it really 79?
It's really 79.
Dang. So he's cheating. Well, I mean, he does have
all the cards he doesn't use anymore usually goes in the end of his deck.
Right, next card.
Slate Warrior. He's a wind and he's a slate. He's full of slates. He's an asshole. Oh. Slate Warrior, 4 stars, flip. He gains 500 attack and defense. If this card is destroyed by a battle, the monster that destroyed it loses 500 attack and defense. He has 1900 attack and 400 defense.
It's a good card.
He's alright. Archfiend Soldier, I just only have him in here for the attack. He's a fiend, Archfiend Soldier, dark.
Archfiend.
He's dark, level 4, 1900 attack, 1500 defense. See, I only got him in here for attack. Here we go. Heroic. He's a warrior. Warhammer. He's an Earth 6 stars warrior. Whenever he destroys opponent's monster by battle, that card equips him and he gains the attack points. But if he would be destroyed, that card would be destroyed along with him.
He's the Warhammer dude we were referring to earlier in the video.
Yeah, the Divine Soldier. 6 stars, he's dark. He's one of my favorite monsters to take on a rock deck because all monsters are changed to face-up attack position. Also, their battle positions cannot be changed. Flip effects are not activated. Once per turn, you can reveal as many fiend-type monsters in your hand. This card gains 300 attack for each until the end phase. It has 2200 attack and 2000 defense.
It's a pretty cool card.
There's another one. So my deck doesn't like
this card is a nuisance, kind of annoying, but
Chainsaw Insect, Earth 4 stars. He's an insect because it says in his name. At the end of the damage step, if this card attacked or was attacked, your opponent draws 1 card. That's pretty good, but yet for a 4-star monster, it has 2400 attack.
So it can basically own a 5-star monster.
Yeah.
All right, here comes the Monarchs. So, all right, how many you got? You got 5 or 4?
1, 2, 3. Where's Mobius at? There he is.
All right, so let's start off with the top one.
Grimarg, the Rock Monarch, 6 stars. He's an Earth. This is limited edition, which I call bull. When this card is tribute summon, I get to destroy 1 face-down card in the field. Spell, trap, monster, whatever, they're dead. 2400 attack, 10 and 1000 defense, like all the other monarchs.
Yeah, okay. So all 5 of them have 2400 attack and 1000 defense.
The Borg, the Thunder Monarch, the only monarch with 5 stars. Originally, he used to have 6, I think. He's one of the 2 light monarchs. There's 2 light monarchs for some reason. I think the only reason why they threw in the second one was because they were bored. He was Thunder. When this card is tribute summoned, target 1 monster on the field and destroy that target. So yeah. He's like him and Mobius are the 2 most common, but they're still like possibly the best.
Well, I think the Rock one is probably better than him because he can destroy any of the 3 cards. Well, that was just monsters.
I know, but it's any monster. Like let's say I have Ancient Gear Golem face up attack position.
Not can't the other one kill?
No, the other one can only kill face down.
Oh, okay.
And this is Rizza, the Storm Monarch. I don't really see him that much. He's Wind. He's a 6-star monarch. He's 1st edition Winged Beast. When this card tributes summon, target 1 card on the field and return that target to the top of the deck. You'll see him in one of the duels we'll be uploading pretty soon. He basically helps me wipe the field. And Andrew too. And then there's he's the Firestorm Monarch. He's my newest one I got. He's the worst out of all of them, I think. When this card is tribute summoned successfully, randomly discard 1 card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard. If the discarded card was a monster card, inflict damage to your opponent's life points equal to the level of the monster times 100 points. So let's say I get a god card to the graveyard. The opponent will lose 1,000 life points. Mobius, the Frost Monarch, the most common of all the monarchs. He's a water. He's
the best one too.
He has 6. No, I think the best one's the Dark one. When he's summoned, remove from play 1 card on the field.
Yeah, good point. But I like his because he gets rid of the 2 spell traps. I mean, and it's in my deck, so I think.
When this card is tribute summoned, target up to 2 spells and trap cards on the field and destroy this target.
Successfully tribute summoned.
Yes. And then here's Ancient Gear Golem, the strongest monster in the deck
If you
by...
watch DX, you know that this, every time you hear that name, it's an annoying voice that comes on. Ancient Gear Golem.
Ancient Gear Golem! Use mechanized melee!
Yeah, he says that quite a bit in Shenanigans.
And he loses every time he uses them.
Just about.
Yeah. He's an Earth. His name's Ancient Gear Golem. He has 8 stars. He's a machine. He's the only reason why I got the Chronomaly in my deck.
Have you ever summoned this on me, dude? Well, you showed all the monarchs.
Cannot be special summoned, sucks. If this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage. I like how it says piercing battle damage to your opponent's life points.
Piercing's a new thing they say, right?
Yeah.
Hey, you should make a machine deck out of some of the cards I got, and I could help you out, dude, because that'd be a pretty sick machine deck.
If this card attacks, your opponent cannot activate any spells or traps during the end of the damage step. That is the end of my monsters, ladies and gentlemen.
Alright, on to traps and spells.
I did not even feel my shoe coming off. My foot is that numb.
Okay, which one? Traps or spells?
Let's try traps first, our shoulder.
Yeah, you got 7 traps.
Which is pretty sad for a deck, but yet somehow they work. Library at Last. Okay, nerds. That's a nerd card, because, you know, library! It's a trap. It says right there and right there. When a monster you control is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, target 2 face-up monsters on the field, shuffle those targets into the deck. Torrential Tribute, trap card.
You know what it does.
Activate only when a monster is summoned. Destroy all monsters on the field.
Pretty legit if you don't have already a bunch of monsters.
Magic Drain. My Magic Drain's way better than my partner's over
Watch
here.
my video, you can see what it does.
It's way better than my partner's because it has sparkly stars all over it.
Yep.
It's a counter trap by that icon it says right there. When your opponent activates the spell card, they can discard 1 spell card to negate this card's effect. Otherwise, negate the activation of the spell card, and if you do, destroy it.
You know what this card is as well. Actually, all these. Compulsory evacuation device. Yeah,
yes. Target 1 monster on the field, return that target to the hand.
Good card.
There's 2 of them. I got 2 of them. Negate attack. I do not know what this card does. I've been trying to figure out what it does.
It doesn't say in the title of the card at all.
I know. It's a counter trap, though. Activate only when your opponent's monster declares an attack. Negate the
attack? Who would have thought?
Oh my god! Of the attack of that one monster. Oh my god, what? And end the battle phase. And then here we go.
Dark brown.
The most annoying card ever.
Well,
besides Kuriboh.
Yeah.
It's a counter trap. Well, I got a lot of counter traps in here. When your opponent activates a trap or slash spell, trap or slash spell is activated, your opponent draws 1 card. Also negate the spell slash trap activation. If you do, destroy it.
That's one of my favorite cards.
The traps are done. Time for the spells. Wow, the monsters took up freaking, 20 minutes of our time?
Something like that.
Enemy Controller. It's a quick play spell. If you see that lightning bolt by it means quick play. Activate one of these effects. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, change that target's battle position. Tribute one monster to target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Take control of that target until the end phase.
Yeah, that's
kind of a card.
New Xbox controllers right there.
Yeah. Actually, it's a Nintendo controller.
Something like that.
It is.
I know, but I'm saying it would be cool. I mean, duh. But
all the gamers at my school is like, oh my god, it's a Nintendo controller. Shield Crush. It's a regular spell card. Target 1 defense position monster on the field. Destroy that target. And it's sparkly too.
Yeah, that's a good card, man.
Heavy Storm. Hey, there it is.
He uses this on me,
and my fluffy ball slapped him in the face.
Look at the towel right there.
Destroy all spells and traps on the field. This with Dark Hole is unstoppable. This card used to be banned, but they unbanned it. And then here we go.
This is why we showed you the Kuribohs. Multiply and the card under it is why.
It's a quick play spell, so it can activate anytime I want whenever Kuriboh's on the field. Tribute 1 face-up Kuriboh. Special summon as many Kuriboh tokens. Fiend type, Dark, level 1, attack 300, defense 200, as possible in defense position. These tokens cannot be tributed for a tribute summon.
I mean, it's just basically making a defensive barrier on your, with these little dudes. You put 5 of them down if you don't got nothing down, and it's a good, it
pisses your opponent off
for a while.
Flute of Summoning Kuriboh. It's a quick spell. Kuriboh's like quick spells.
Look at it, it's got both Kuribohs in there. No wings and wings.
The world's gonna blow up. Add 1 Kuriboh or 1 Wing Kuriboh from your deck to your hand, or special summon 1 Kuriboh or Wing Kuriboh from your deck. It's pretty good.
Unstoppable. If I get a Kuriboh on the field, you might as well just give up.
Tribute to the Doom. Discard 1 card to target 1 monster on the field. Destroy it.
You're doomed.
Oops, wrong way.
This card is a card that uses quite a bit, like every duel I have with him, and it pisses me off.
Fiend stops you from attacking.
Yeah.
Fiend Sanctuary. Switch from 1 Metal Fiend token, Fiend type, Dark, level 1, attack 0, defense 0. It cannot attack. Your opponent takes any battle damage you would have taken from battles involving it. During each of your standby phases, pay 1,000 life points or destroy the Metal Fiend token. It kills me, it lowers my life points a lot, but hell, it still helps me.
Yeah. I mean, while it's on the field, it'll stop their attacks for a couple of turns.
Ego boost.
It'll get you back in the game if you're down. And it'll get you higher up in the game if you're up. I mean, either way it works out.
Ego boost is a quick spell card. When a monster declares an attack, target one face-up monster on the field. It gains 1,000 attack until the end of the battle phase.
So if they attack with a monster that's 500 more attack, you give it this card, and their monster will die, and they lose life points rather than you. So it's like, it's pretty bad a reverse spell.
Here's the oldest spell possibly in Yu-Gi-Oh history. Monster Reborn.
It doesn't, it's another one. It doesn't tell the title in the title. Or what it does in the title.
Yeah.
You couldn't guess.
Select one monster from either your or your opponent's graveyard. Switch summon that card to your side of the field. It's old. And then here's the new version of it.
The crappy version.
Monster Resurrection. I used to call this the Toon Monster Reborn because it looked like it was from Toon. Yep. I thought it was meant for Toon World because it looks like the Toon version of it. Discard one card, select one monster in your graveyard, add that card to your hand. Ow. It's good for Kuriboh.
It's almost good.
Swords of Revealing Light. Doesn't say it in the title, but you know, all you puss fucks should know what it does.
If you don't,
you're gay.
No, I'm not saying don't watch our videos, but just catch up with your Yu-Gi-Oh facts.
Flip. This is like one of the first spells ever used of all time.
One of the best too.
Flip all your opponent monsters. Flip all monsters your opponent controls face up. Only for the turn it's activated, though.
Yeah.
This card remains on the field for 3 of your opponent's turns. While this card is face up on the field, monsters your opponent controls cannot attack or declare an attack. So basically, you have this, and your opponent has, I don't know, an army of Kuribohs waiting to rape you. Your opponent cannot attack, so the Kuribohs are like, ah, but when the swords die out after 3 turns, the Kuribohs can rape. Yep.
Well, not really, but
well,
they can kind of like poof at you with their fluffiness.
I still beat you in a duel with them, didn't I?
Shut up.
You had 1,200 life points, and I had 5 Kuribohs attack them directly, which was 1,500.
It was the saddest day of my life.
Okay, card destruction. It's a regular spell card. Each player discards their entire hand, then draws the same number of cards they discarded. This card almost screwed me in a handicap duel, but I still came back and made our team win.
Yeah. Yeah, well, this card and the Morphing Jar or whatever it was, the jar cards he has, those are the cards. He actually won a match versus me, versus my 40 cards.
With those 3 cards
my
alone.
favorite deck. And we're going to have other decks to show you guys right now. But after this video, which we're now done with, well, we're going to be dueling. And, well, we have one more deck to show you. It's Vicente, our other friend's deck.
Vicente, yep.
Yep, and we're going to show you his deck. And then we're going to get to dueling. And we're going to see who will be the champ of our 3 decks. And, anything else to say, David?
No, that's it. All I have to say is, sorry this video took forever. I know you guys exited out after, like, the first 5 minutes because it's such a random deck, but it really worked. It really does work. There's only one downfall to this deck, and that there's too many high-level monsters.
And you know what? The reason, I mean, this is 2013 now, and the reason we're using the older Yu-Gi-Oh cards is because, I mean, we're using all different multitudes of Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
But hey, Kuriboh.
You know, yeah, we like to kick it, you know, like original-ish kind of. We don't like all that. We don't mind XCs, but we don't like synchroing and all that.
I like synchro better than XCs, barely.
XCs,
I think they're cheating because, okay,
synchro.
Synchro,
I hate tuners.
You need a requirement for synchro.
Alright, well, let's let them, you know. Okay. Well, you guys...
Plus, Yusei is possibly the best out of the 4, except for Yugi.
Yeah. Alright, well, talk to you guys later. You know, subscribe, all that, thumbs up, or whatever it is.
We would really appreciate
comment.
it.
Yep. Por favor. Alright, guys. See
and
you.
If you do it, I will do some favors for you.
What? Cheating on me? I'm just kidding. Alright, see you in Vicente's video.